Karen Bass showed up and she's leaning in on getting our parking back. But think about this for just a second. LA is not Chocolate City, and yet we are blessed to have a black mayor and a black city council president. But where is the black city council president? Where is Marquise Harris Dawson? This is his project in his district, but he has been strangely quiet. Did you notice in the recent Los Angeles Times story about Procrastination Crenshaw that neither Marquise Harris Dawson nor Destination Crenshaw had a word to say on the record? The silence was deafening. When people ask me why the silence, all I can say is, good question. As a reminder, the Crenshaw Corridor community sent him a letter, and it laid out real demands: a public timeline, relief for the businesses that have suffered, and an audit. At the moment, the last one matters most, the audit. Here's the thing, the foundation money, the private donations, that's their business. But this project is also funded by city money, state money, and federal money. I refer you back to the front page story in that black newspaper where they all talked about this. Go read it again. In any event, it's your money. And when public money goes into a $100 million project that still sits unfinished, the public has a right to see where every dollar went. Contracts, budgets, payments, schedules. That's not too much to ask. Again, it's your money. Our letter gave Mr. Harris Dawson a deadline, Friday, September 4th, to respond. The clock is ticking, Mr. President. 12 hours to mind the public's business. And this is one of them. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. As always, we welcome your feedback.
How did you want it?
Who be rolling with me? Play no games, cause ain't nobody playing with me. I got love for my homies on my family tree. I got love for the ghetto, down for whatever. You was down before, and you still gonna be down with me. I got game, cause the game was given to me. Say my name, cause ain't nobody tighter than me. Give it up. Give it up if you like the way I'm rocking this beat. I don't know nothing better. Chasing my cheddar, in love with or whatever. You ain't never listened to me.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. All up in the business Wednesday. You're locked in with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580. First up, happy heavenly birthday, Nate Dogg. West Coast Icon. We also are sending love and light and birthday blessings, heavenly as well, to the family of Nolan Wells. I'm sorry, that's his last name. Okay. Who would have turned 19 today. We all know the details of that story. It's still ongoing. His family are still trying to figure out what happened. He was recovered off Horn Island in Mississippi after he disappeared during a 4th of July trip with friends. And his cause and manner of death remain undetermined. So, sending love and light, because that's heavy. All right, listen, we're going to bring the energy up because, of course, this is the show where we hit all the trending topics and headlines, and today it's no different. We are getting into some things, and as it is all up in the business Wednesdays, that means that we are dissecting the business behind the entertainment and sports that dominate our topic structure here. So, before we get into the details of the night, I like to start the night off with a couple of conversation starters, but I probably should tell you what's on the agenda for tonight in general, right? So we're talking Mary J. Blige. She has admitted that though she had good reasons for not having children, now in her latter years, she doesn't know if that was the best choice. So we'll get into her thoughts. And, there's a lot of conversation around the topic of children, and especially for women, if they have them. It used to weigh heavily on sometimes how people saw an individual as far as a woman. We don't, shout out to Urban Spinster in the chat, but the term spinster isn't something that is used really a great deal in current media, but a spinster is sort of a scare tactic that was thrown on women back in the day if they decided to live life sort of unencumbered by motherhood, for lack of a better term. So we'll get into that. We're also going to talk a little bit about the trial of Keffe D. It is underway almost 30 years after the murder of Tupac Shakur. And, it's going on, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of conversation about it. However, there are some things that have happened in the courtroom, so we're going to share those. So we'll get into those details, and of course more trending topics and headlines. But the convo starters, and really this isn't all up in the business topic, so I'll save that one and get into this. We are going to be saying goodbye to one of our favorite female rappers. Trina says she has one more album and she is done. So album number 7, she says, will be her last. The Diamond Princess would be closing a recording chapter that has gone on for nearly 3 decades. Started off with, obviously, You Don't Know Nan, which when that dropped, we were like, who is this? Because she was talking that talk. And, it has continued to move for Trina in various ways. She says that the last album she put out was in 2019 and that she feels that she has one more album left. She discussed this in a 99 Jams interview. And so she said that number 7 seems like a good place to put a period. She said, I still perform, I still make songs, but I don't necessarily need to keep manufacturing albums. So we'll get into all of those things that I discussed. Mary, what she said, because she talked about a couple of things in this interview as it also relates to love and why she doesn't feel that her earlier relationships had the type of lasting or, longevity that maybe she would have hoped for. And she said it starts with her. So a little self-reflection as well. All that and more when we come forward.
What's this serious? Answer, Miss Trina, private dancer, long hair, don't care, left no evidence like I won't dare. Now they trying to smell from a perfume. If it was not me, then whom? I'm talking about coulda came out tonight wearing J's, skin tight jeans, woulda worked, but hey, thought it was time for a change. I'm guilty, what can I say? Kinda like M.I.N. What's good? Hey, you know me, then what's good?
Your ride with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
With Civic Tax Relief, they were able to save me upwards of $80,000 that I would have had to pay had I not reached out to them.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies.
I owe the IRS $37,000.
They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS. By the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-285-3500. 800-285-3500. Don't wait. Call now. 800-285-3500. 800-285-3500.
The KBLA 1580 app puts the realest conversations right in your pocket. Stream live wherever you are in the world. No static. No searching the dial. A crystal clear connection 24/7. Exactly when you want it. We recommend that you keep automatic updates enabled. Set it and forget it. So the app stays up to date with store requirements, bug fixes, and new features as we roll them out. Download the KBLA 1580 app today and stay plugged into the conversation everyone's having.
We hear you. We feel you.
We got nothing but love for you.
Say what's on your mind and follow the convo wherever you go. Download the KBLA app on your phone and never miss a moment of the all-new KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Just in case you missed our Procrastination Crenshaw Town Hall.
My name is Khalifa Bey. I am the founder of the South LA Bureau of Tourism and Trade. And how this is impacting me is that I can't promote it. I won't promote it. I hear a lot of talk about everybody. Accountability is responsibility. Change your vote. Change the vote. I know there's a lot of Democrats in this room, and I get all that, but if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result, it ain't gonna happen. And it's not about Democrat, Republican, it's about getting what we need to get done. That's what it is for me, because this is deliberate. This of our communities, you look at Chicago, you look at all the black communities were built by us, we're in the same condition. So to me, it's by design. And if we don't do something to change the vote to get to what we need, stop having these meetings.
Making sure they stick to the truth. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Now back to more entertainment news with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Live your life, girl. Live your life, girl.
Everything complete. If we try to live together and be happy, you and me are one, and we've only just begun. So let's make a new beginning and have some fun.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580. If at any point you want to get in on the 800-920-1580, that's the number that you can dial. You can also get at us on social media, KBLA 1580. I'm at Stiletto Jill everywhere. Or get the visual to go along with the audio experience. Hop into the YouTube chat. Shout out to the chatting. Now listen, it's Wednesday, and as explained, that means that we are getting all up in the business. And if I'm getting all up in the business, that means I'm not breaking down the topics alone. Joining me is entrepreneur, business strategist, author, owner of Glow and Flow Beauty and Slay Hair 3 Ys, Mr. Damon Haley.
Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah. And I got to shout out Nate D-O-double-G. Happy birthday, R.I.P. Along with Trina. She can't be done. She got so much more to offer the world, I think.
I mean, the Diamond Princess is like, it's time to let the youngsters get it.
Yeah, I ain't mad passing it on. But speaking of all up in the business, where can I get my merch? I see you repping the Jill Monroe T on here.
Repping it.
That's what's up. Y'all go and grab that thing.
RSVPforcredentials.com. Hit up merch. It's there.
Oh, it's there.
Check it out. Andy, you look like you were going to add something.
Much love to Trina in her retirement.
Okay.
She the baddest.
Okay.
Just trying to be nicer.
Okay.
Look. I don't even know why that was news, Jill.
Are you saying she retired actually a long time ago?
She retired probably after her first album.
Okay.
Don't nobody say nothing bad about Trina.
I rock with Trina, but I'm just like,
the baddest. I mean, but I feel like she put on for Miami.
She definitely
right. She definitely was brash when she came out.
Yes.
Had
Trick Daddy, Slip and Slide. She was part of that whole thing.
You're right.
Listen, she had a guy get her lips tattooed on his neck.
Shout out to Kenyon Martin.
Big ups to that.
Hey, she had all the homies going crazy.
Right.
Right.
She had Warren Sapp in her video.
Yeah. Come on now.
Much love, Trina. Much love.
Big ups to that. All right, listen, DH. Last week when you were here, the news had just broke about the Lakers. And now the Lakers are kind of in limbo almost a week later because Jeannie Buss has said, hold up, wait a minute, not so fast. Do you envision this being sorted before the start of the season, or will this be the Lakers storyline for the upcoming season?
I think it'll be sorted out because I'm hearing different things. It's resolved, it's not resolved. So just so everybody knows, not Jerry Buss, but Mama Buss said that the vote has to be unanimous among her kids in order to sell. So Jenny just said, hey, hold up, wait a minute. I'm not sure I want to sell mine, and I think that she probably wants some conditions upon her sale. So I think that they just still working the deal out. I'm not just going to sell outright. If you think Jeannie Buss, she's been the identity for this thing. No one else has. So she probably saying, I want to ride with Board of Governors.
Yeah, I definitely think she wants that.
I'll still, because that's my life. She's just not going to go and play golf somewhere.
Right.
So she probably saying, I want certain things. I want a booth, a luxury booth. I want this. So she's probably negotiating, which I think Mark Cuban probably taught her. Because Mark Cuban sold. And
he was left unhappy with some of the...
Because he thought he'd get more power. So
right.
Jenny probably saying that, hey, I'm not approving this 15% unless, I get certain things. And I think they'll work that out for her.
All right. So we're going
to... And the Lakers are in Slovenia now, by the way.
Working out with their new leader,
the new
Luka,
leader.
Getting to the real meaning of snow time. Just saying. We got a caller on the line. Shout out Morris from Inglewood. He wants to add on to the Lakers conversation. Welcome in, Morris. How are you?
I've got love for everybody. DH, you think the commissioners are going to approve this sale? Now you got the owner of the Lakers, got some criminality behind him, and then the purchasers. Where they get that kind of money from? Okay, do you really think they're going to let this sale go through? It just smells to me personally. Normally, when there's some criminality going on, it's one of us. It's big investigations and whatnot. We get punished. But do you think they're going to allow this sale to go through? I'm going to take your comments.
He's a Clipper fan, by the way.
Yes, I think that it's going to go through. One. Everybody knows that the previous owner has some collateral issues he needs to deal with, so it solves his problem. The new owners, Iger, Disney, can only be great. And unless whenever there's a sale, everyone wins. Because now it immediately appreciates every other value of all the other owners. So let's not get it twisted. They'll look the other way on some of this legal stuff, but it's about the paper, it's about the green. They will approve this purchase.
All right. Well, one more before we get into Mary, because we're all up in the business. So remember that $2 million Wu-Tang album that investor bought a few years back? I can't remember his name at the time. He was a pharmaceutical executive. And so they made one copy of the album specifically to challenge what music was worth in the streaming era. And it sold for $2 million, similar to what Nipsey Hussle did with his Proud to Pay campaign, where he sold, I think it was 100 mixtapes for $1,000 each. I believe that was the price of it. Or was it 100? Martin Shkreli, that's his name. He went to jail and stuff. He was a mess. Well, he also is known kind of as the most hated man in America because of some other shady dealings he had going on. But somehow there's a documentary that may have even a crazier plot twist than what actually happened. So Netflix has acquired The Disciple, a Wu-Tang fable. It's directed by Joanna Nasirga. And it's a documentary about the Wu-Tang affiliate Cliv Rings, I think that's how you pronounce it, and the making of his Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. RZA is executive producing, and the film premiered at Sundance. The album took roughly 5 to 6 years to assemble, and it contains 31 tracks with contributions that extend beyond the Wu-Tang orbit. Including people like Cher. So it's an experiment designed to protest against the idea of digital abundance, right? That was what the spirit of the album was. And then thank you, Andy, Martin bought it, and then it became a whole thing regarding rights and ownerships, and he didn't share it. Like, was it right that it went to this one individual who could do whatever he wanted with it? So that's kind of what the documentary is about. And we've been talking about everything is content. Do you think that we will start to see more documentaries on like songs and breakoffs? How deep into this rabbit hole do you think brands will be as far as delivering content to the masses?
I think that the encase, the outer edge and beyond the playbook, beyond the universe is going to be captured, because we never know what people are interested in. Like, I'd love to take, say, an album of, say, just say Michael Jackson, and to break down like the making of and all that kind of stuff. That's where we are now. We just want to know that little stuff. And let's face it, value is really created. Like, I could take my headphones and it could be special, and who knows, they could be worth $10,000 or $10. That's what people are really doing now. They're testing the limits of what people will pay for. That's what they're doing. Like, if I commission whoever, Drake, you're going to do an album, and I'm the only person who, you're going to sign it over to me, and I can flip it and do it however I want. Stuff like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey, you know, she makes a lot of money December.
Christmas, yeah.
Right. Private parties.
Yeah.
Princes and Arabs and all that kind of stuff. So they just want her. So that's kind of where art, and if you think of it as art and creativity and something that isn't, say, AI generated or mechanical or whatever, it's something that one person on this planet can do, and I want it. No different than a painting.
How do you think streaming figures into this? Because I see so many, you know, of now, much like with podcasting and all of the other things, celebrities like, I'm thinking about starting a live stream. I'm thinking about getting Kick. And we know that the new celebrities right now, not even just going to limit it to influencers, celebrities, are coming from live streams. How do you think branding adjusts with that? Like, because I feel like there are literal selling live streams, but I feel like if I have a live stream and we're just chatting, and I pick up my phone and I put my phone in the link, that's advertising, no? So how do you think that impacts brand presentation now?
Well, brand presentation is a lot different than, you know, when we were branding, right? It's wide scale, and it's integrated into lives, like into our lives and how we flow. Like, I noticed your shirt. Okay, I don't know why you wore it, but you just, hey, that's a branding moment, you know. The Gatorade that's not shown, guys be taking it away.
Right.
Like, you know, so I think we're getting more sophisticated at how we brand, but the brand of oneself, that's the big thing. Like, I was talking to somebody earlier today, MLB is suffering. Kardashian, Kim is doing something in
baseball moms.
Right, baseball. That's going to help MLB. MLB Ventures or whatever, they paying for that. That's the way we can get, you know, our platform out. All the Smoke came out with a baseball line. MLB needs to get more fans, so they're doing
culture
it.
Connectors.
They need more culture connectors, and you do it through the stream. You know, you do it through the stream. So I think it's just going to get big. It's going to get grander. And it wasn't until this week I was saying, a friend of mine started doing content. I'm like, well, he did it. Maybe I can. You know. So, I always think, don't nobody want to hear what I got to say.
You come here every Wednesday, and
I still think people don't want to hear what I got to say, or I don't want to share my life. That too. So if I was 18, I might do it, but now, you know, it's different. Just like you detected my smile in the break because of Trina. Well, I don't want to tell that story. You know?
Right.
So you know that, but I think it's great. I think it's getting big as technology allows us to do it. There are no harnesses, there are no gates, and we're gonna test the limits. Mr. Beats, who is he?
Mr. Beast?
Beast, yeah. Who is he? We don't know, but
just huge.
He's doing it.
Yeah,
he's doing it.
So kind of along those lines, everything being content, Mary J. Blige went on Michelle Obama and her brother's podcast, as everyone seems to. you guys notice late night talk shows are suffering because they're not in the press runs as much anymore. They're going to these podcasts. They'll go and sing with you on a corner to promote something because that's where the attention is. When we come forward, we'll talk about Mary's conversation where she said there are moments when she wonders about not having children and the shift and the sort of different life perspective that she has on that decision she made when she was young currently. All that and more when we come forward.
My everything, you are my everything, you, my everything, everything, everything. It's all because of you. I'm never sad and blue. You brighten up my day in your own special way. Whenever you're around, I'm never feeling down.
Are you ready for the hottest entertainment scoop in Los Angeles? She's bringing you exclusive interviews with today's biggest stars, behind-the-scenes Hollywood insights, and all the entertainment news you need to know. She's breaking down what's trending, what's ending, and what's just beginning in the world of entertainment. You're riding with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Congressman Byron Donalds has won Florida's Republican primary for governor.
We have won a massive victory.
Donalds thanks supporters after securing the nomination. The Trump-endorsed congressman will now face former Congressman David Jolly in the November midterm election. A new judge will oversee the appeal of Carmelo Anthony, the black teen convicted of killing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf, who was white, at a Texas track meet. The previous judge was removed after Anthony's lawyers accused him of making prejudicial comments following the 19-year-old's conviction and 35-year sentence. The appeal hearing is set for Thursday. And the Tupac Shakur murder trial continues in Las Vegas. Duane Keffe D. Davis is accused of orchestrating the rapper's 1996 killing. On Tuesday, former death row security chief Reggie Wright Jr. denied involvement in the shooting, while another witness testified about tensions between rival gangs. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
A minor league coach with the San Diego Padres was taken into custody by immigration agents at El Paso International Airport in Texas. Oswaldo Perella, a catcher's instructor in the Padres minor league system, is being detained by ICE for allegedly having an expired work permit. Perella, a native of Venezuela, has been working in the U.S. since 2014. Perella had taken a flight from Phoenix to El Paso to work with catchers playing for the Padres AAA team in El Paso. Homeland Security officials claim Perella's work permit expired in 2018. Perella did not have his work permit with him when he was detained. Perella's brother showed reporters in Phoenix that Perella has a work permit that was issued in 2024 and is good through 2029. The Padres issued a statement saying they're aware of Perella's detainment and are doing everything they can to secure his release. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
The KBLA 1580 app puts the realest conversations right in your pocket. Stream live wherever you are in the world. No static. No searching the dial. A crystal clear connection 24/7, exactly when you want it. We recommend that you keep automatic updates enabled. Set it and forget it. So the app stays up to date with store requirements, bug fixes, and new features as we roll them out. Download the KBLA 1580 app today and stay plugged into the conversation everyone's having.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When you're finally off the clock after a long day, dishes put away, kids asleep, feet kicked up, heartburn. Don't let heartburn take over your hard-earned moment. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Alka-Seltzer effervescent tablets begin neutralizing stomach acid in seconds, so you can get back to your one more episode marathon. Quick, Alka-Seltzer. Because nothing works faster for heartburn relief. Use as directed.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Fridays just got better. What's up? I'm Amanda Seals, and this is your invitation to come and sit with me. Yes, get seated as I do my thing on KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking noon to 2 p.m., then back again 4 to 6 p.m. Same day, same station. Bring your opinions, because you know I'm going to have mine. Bring your questions, because you know I got answers. And bring yourself, because, baby, we want you to be authentic at all times. Fridays on KBLA Talk 1580. I'll be waiting. Join me.
You're listening to Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580. Shout out to Mary J. So, Mary was recently speaking with Michelle Obama, and, you know, they get deep on that podcast. They talk about not just the superficial things. They look at life and examine thought process, how we got here, and, you know, examine the choices that we've made to evolve. But when I say we, I mean whomever they're interviewing, to get to the point where they are now, their success or what have you. So in this conversation, Mary discussed her decision not to have children, and that as of late, she has been kind of wondering if that was necessarily the best idea. Back in 2022, she was asked whether she feared waking up one day regretting not having children, and she was very clear that she valued her freedom and enjoyed being able to move through her life without arranging childcare. But I guess, you know, as happens with us as we age, sometimes we re-examine things and have a different perspective. So this is her conversation around children.
People struggling. I saw a lot of, you know, my family members needing babysitters and, you know, them not having a choice, you know, no freedom. So when you're younger, you that's the choice. Those are the words you make. Those are the choices you make.
Right.
I don't want any kids. But then when you get older, you start to see how valuable their teenagers are to them.
Mm-hmm.
Their kids are to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So now it's like, oh man. But at the same time, it's like,
So, she also talked in the interview when asked why she felt some of her past relationships didn't work out. She said, basically, how can you pour from an empty cup? That she didn't really love herself. So if she didn't know how to love herself properly, how were you going to get in a relationship and have something that really works and is stable where two people are connecting? How can I love you if I don't know how to love me? So she said that she has been working on learning to love herself and to find happiness. And I think it's an important conversation because just saying Mary regrets not having kids makes it too simplistic, because I don't think that that is what she is saying. I think, we all sometimes look back and maybe question, hey, I wonder what would have happened if I would have chosen the other side, so to speak. And, it's hard for women because, their life choices are sometimes unforgiving from the public, the choices that women make. If you have a child early, you're out there, you're wasting your life, you made it that much harder. If you wait later, oh, you're old now, you're dried up, nobody wants you because they're going to want a kid. You have a kid, oh, you wasted it. So there's so many different things to deal with, especially in a pop culture career. We know that for a lot of women, not all, but it's fairly new that having a baby, as far as music, doesn't kind of move you off the board and take you out of the situation. I mean, you look at Beyonce, obviously debuted her pregnancy on the MTV Awards stage. We saw Cardi B work through several pregnancies. Big gap between albums. So, but it's more acceptable now. It doesn't mean career suicide. But back in the day, think about Brandy, the Mila from 702, Misha from 702 having to hide her pregnancy. It wasn't as, and granted, yes, they were young and there was more of a girl next door image attached then. However, it did kind of move you out of position for a little bit, and it changed the way, in some cases, how people looked at you. You aren't necessarily looked at, if sex symbol is a part of your brand, a sex symbol in the way, because now you're a mother. A lot of people get that Madonna whore complex thing mixed up all the time. So I think that it is easier now to have an entertainment career as well as a child. But DH, do you have any thoughts on this? Any of it? The child?
One, let's shout out to Mary, because this is new information. So shout out to her having the courage to explore herself and question herself and admit maybe where she could have made better decisions. And it sounds like she's working on herself. So it sounds like she's still a grown-ass woman that still has some issues about loving herself, and she's working on that. So shout out with that. But times have just changed. You're right in terms of the empowerment of women to do it all. I can work, I can be pregnant, and I can still be a sex symbol. All that stuff, which back in the day, it just wasn't like that. The pregnancy took you out the game because you had to physically do a lot of stuff versus people understanding the journey and seeing you on their phone. That's different. Even in the professional ranks of Zooming now, you could be, you could have a great top on and a wig and fuzzy slippers on, and no one knows the difference. So the time has changed, and really women, the greatness of them has really started to shine, that they can have everything. I never thought that a mother was not a sex symbol. It meant that at least you are willing. Oh God. Yeah. That's how I always looked at it. Hey, you willing, so anyway,
she gonna play ball.
There you go. Yeah. It's all warmed, it's all ready for me kind of thing, so yeah, but I think that was a good piece, and I think that young women out there should get power from Mary and say, hey, I can do it all.
Taking it in. Mary, Cardi, all of them.
all
You
of
know,
them.
taking it on. DV, all of them.
There's something on social media, and it goes back in the 60s with, I forgot her name, but she was in the Avengers, Johansson or whatever.
Scarlett
Johansson. And she got a pink dress on, and she pregnant, overdoing it, and dude said, hey, you in the wrong meeting. She said, oh, no, I'm running this meeting, and she's selling the Camaro. But she's pregnant and got pain and still running the meeting. How powerful is that?
Yeah,
you know?
different.
Yeah, different time.
So, you know, from one form of power, so to speak, to another, we're going to get into a bit of the details of this Keffe D murder trial, 30 years of a myth about to meet a jury. And, you know, prosecutors are trying to turn decades of interviews, street history, in Davis's own words, into a murder conviction. And so far, there hasn't been a lot of social interest, but there have been some interesting things that have happened during the trial in its 2 days of life thus far. So we'll get into all of those details on the other side.
Trapped in this prison of seclusion, happiness living on the streets is a delusion. Even a smooth criminal one day must get away. All I need is a G and somewhere safe to stay. Kicking, thinking about what the streets do to me, cause they never taught peace in the black community. All we know is violence.
You're riding with Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Helping communities get connected. Along the Crenshaw corridor, free public Wi-Fi is now available thanks to Destination Crenshaw and the City of Los Angeles. Whether you're checking email, applying for jobs, finishing homework, or supporting your local businesses, staying connected is easier than ever because access to the internet means access to opportunity. To learn more and find Wi-Fi locations near you, visit www.getconnected.lacity.gov.
Are you feeling the heat? LADWP can help you stay cool this summer and save money. Through the Cool LA program, eligible customers can receive instant rebates of up to $275 on new portable, window, and wall air conditioners. Shop the Cool LA Marketplace today and beat the heat and save. Learn more and apply at ladwp.com/cool-LA. That's ladwp.com/cool-LA.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Just in case you missed our Procrastination Crenshaw Town Hall.
My name is Bronwyn, and I've been in this neighborhood for 65 years.
All righty.
I was raised here, right on Crenshaw Boulevard. Ancestry, legacy, everything. No parking. In regards to our elderly, in regards to trying to get from one end to the other, 48th and 50th Street is a dead zone. You got to get off the bus, and you got to make your way down in the middle of the block. I'm right across the street. I understand one of the things. I am happy to see you guys. I've been in too many meetings where you weren't there. I understand those who own the buildings and your properties. I understand those who rent from you. Here it is. Why can't we invest in each other?
Making sure they follow through. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to Jill Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580. The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes, looking hard but won't realize that they will never see the peace.
With Don figures, real chicken ringers on nickel-plated non-triggers. Must see my enemies defeated. I catch them while they walked up and you get open fire. Now them bleeding. See me in flesh and test and get your chest blown. Straight out the west, don't get blown. My adversaries cry like ho, open and shut like doors. Is you a friend or foe? You ain't know. They got me stretched out on death row. I seen money, but baby, I got to get more. You screaming go Tupac, and I ain't stopping till I'm well paid. Bills paid now, look what hell made. Visions of cops.
Welcome back in. You're locked in with Jewel Monroe on KBLA Talk 1580. So, we're talking Tupac, Keffe D, the trial going on in Las Vegas. Listen, we're going to wrap up these two legal stories because there's a lot. So, Keffe D, Duane Davis, he's 63, charged with murder with a deadly weapon with intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang. He's pled not guilty. He faces life in prison if convicted. Prosecutors are not alleging that he personally fired the shots. The case is that he orchestrated the retaliation after Tupac and members of his entourage attacked Davis's nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson. We all know that part, right? They even said in court he didn't pull the trigger. The theory is that he planned the shooting, helping obtain the gun, and handed it towards the back seat of the white Cadillac before Pac was shot. His defense attorney, Michael Sanford, has called the narrative fiction and argues that Davis's public stories are unreliable and inconsistent. Because remember, he thought that he had immunity. He thought that he was free to speak. And he didn't understand, and he kind of incriminated himself, right? One of the prosecutor's most important witnesses against Keffe D is himself, from his interviews, police statements, documentary appearances, and his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend. So a judge ruled earlier this summer that the memoir can be used at trial. During Tuesday's testimony, it was emotional when forensics pathologist Dr. Lisa Gavin walked jurors through Tupac's wounds. His family members left before the autopsy photos were shown. Some stayed. Gavin testified that one bullet entered near Tupac's armpit and traveled through his chest and lung. Doctors ultimately removed the damaged lung while trying to save him. We're coming up on 30 years this September 7th of the shooting before he passed on September 13th. And, a retired officer testified on Monday, and he said that when he asked the wounded Tupac who shot him, Tupac said something along the lines of, "No, we'll take care of it." So that is his 30-year recollection of what happened, what matters. So again, a lot of this is Keffe D versus Keffe D. DH, what are your thoughts on this case? He's talked so much. He is an unreliable witness, but he isn't. How do you think that this is going to ultimately roll out?
I think, unfortunately, yeah, he is an unreliable witness. I followed it a lot. I would say not my usual detail, but I've heard a lot, and it seems like he was, he's bragging a little bit, amplifying himself, which is cool. It's what people do. But I think the tough part about it is we might want this to be over, and he just might be in the wrong place, wrong time when people need for it to be over.
Yeah.
And that's what I fear for him. I don't know if he did it. I'm not sure. You were talking about a guy that did something at 33. and now he's 63. So I would hope he's a changed man. I would hope that he wouldn't want to do the same things that he was doing as a young man, but he might be in the wrong place, wrong time for this thing to be just tied up in a bow, so we're not talking about it anymore.
I feel like they're just he's gonna be guilty, and they're just gonna, I don't know if it's true or not, but it is just going to be, to your point, a way to just put this away. Maurice Geis in the chat mentioned Mob James was on the stand yesterday, and one of the things that was pointed out was he said that Keffe D, he's on the other side. He's not my people, but basically, I'm not saying nothing. So that no snitching street code is still very much alive, even with 50 and 60-year-old men.
It's probably stronger with 50 and 60-year-old men than it is
These are
with
facts.
the young dudes.
Real facts.
They'll flip like a all beef patty in a minute.
Andy,
Keffe D should have never opened his mouth from the get-go.
He was
Period.
Chasing clout. I mean, his story is the very definition of clout chasing in a lot of ways. You wanted to make yourself infamous and notorious, and you didn't think that you ever could be prosecuted for your words. And
especially with somebody that was beloved like Tupac.
Yeah.
That's like Eric Holder opening his mouth about Nipsey Hussle. Although, I mean, we all know, obviously, he did it or whatnot. But that's like Eric Holder opening his mouth about the situation. Like, you think you're going to get any type of clout or sympathy? Yeah, we might want to hear you out, but you was done, bro.
And, Keffe D, by all accounts, was a legend in the streets.
Right.
He just wanted to be more, which, once again, is feeding the beast, this media machine. What you want to hear next. And so, like I said, I think wrong place, wrong time. He might be the sacrificial lamb on this one.
Social media, hip-hop, or drugs, which has done worse for the black community?
Oh, drugs.
I agree. However, I do feel like social media has done more damage. Like, I love social media. It's done a lot for me personally, but it has done a lot of damage. The desire to be looked at and idolized or adored or respected from strangers is deep, and it causes people to do things and reveal things about themselves that go directly against all the street code you're trying to uphold. So that's interesting to me. Andy?
I was going to take it more deeper than the validation aspect, because I do see it, but it's the new wave. You know what I'm saying? The streaming thing is where the money is at.
Yeah.
So, I think people are gravitating towards it because it's easy to just, turn on your camera and talk. And if I can get paid for sharing stories, why not do it?
I feel that. I mean, case in point, Krishan and Blueface. I know y'all don't really know about them. Ask your grandkids. They started streaming together, a little reunion last week on Kick. They made like $150,000 in a week. It's pure chaos. Pure chaos. Like emotional warfare. I don't know. The girl that just had his baby that felt disrespected when Krishan showed up at her baby shower and Blueface left with her. She said they made $60,000 in a day from live streaming. So those are the dollar amounts. Listen, last story before we get out of here. Big Tigger's estranged wife is suing Fulton County sheriffs. Alicia Brown says a faulty Fulton County warrant helped put her in handcuffs during a felony stop on I-85, and now she wants a federal court to examine whether her husband's relationship with Sheriff Pat Labat gave him special access, and that she is claiming preferential treatment for him in this, right? She filed a lawsuit August 14th. We know that she took to social media after some sort of altercation took place with them, and it kicked off a series of things that led to Tigger being arrested and pulled off air. And then some things were revealed about her. And as she was driving in Hart County near the South Carolina line with 2 children inside the vehicle with her. She was detained and subsequently arrested. So she is suing them. We will see the outcome of all of this. Thus far, I don't believe Tigger's back on the air as of yet. But I believe the charges have been dropped. He denied wrongdoing. No, his case is still pending. So we'll see what comes of that. But stop playing these social media games. What did we just say? Why would you come to social media about a private situation? And now it backfired on you. You got arrested, and now you're fighting for your dignity, your children, and the truth, I suppose. Listen, follow Damon Haley on social media at Damon Haley. Make sure you're back here each and every Monday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. I'll be back tomorrow. Coming up next is Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. I'm out of here.
All the way in Rome, I can still smell it. Out of Mafia Coast, we can still smell it. We out in Dubai, I can smell it. Kilos out the plastic, I can still smell it. Glass pipes burning, I can still smell it. I still smell it. If it was cooked in my kitchen, then call it by my name. Most of these rappers say they like mine, but they do not feel the same. No.
Ooh la la la, it's what the fiends scream. This MJM Prince, the supreme team. Indoor pools filled with fiends dancing in line.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Black Congressman Byron Donalds has won Florida's Republican primary for governor.
We have won a massive victory.
Donalds thanks supporters